starts scoring. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Nico Halili kasama si Birthday Boy, Coach Norman Black, along with Peter Martin for tonight's coverage.
Thank you very much, Nico. And we should have a very exciting game here. We have two of the high-scoring teams in the PBA.
Pocket Dex entered the ball game with 7 wins and just 1 loss. Samantalang itong Red Bull Barako, may kartada po na 3 wins and 5 losses.
Well, there was a grab by Agapito, so that's going to be a side throw for Pocket Dex. Pocket Dex, the number 2 leading scoring team in the league. Red Bull, the number 3 leading scoring team in the league. So expect some fireworks here.
We have a lot of subplots in this game as Yancy Leocapo takes it a 4-0 ball game in favor of the Phonepals. By the way, yung ating mga officials, ang ating crew chief, si Augusto Oji Ramos, along with Art Herrera and guard chief Perez.
Rico was called for traveling as he dragged his pivot foot. And we have pivoting coming up pretty soon in Burlington Basketball 101. We'll be discussing the correct pivoting moves in the game of basketball.
And to shoot para sa Pocket Dex, and Mark Delan scoots in for that under goal stab. Delan is averaging 16 points per game for the Phonepals.
Well, Nico, everybody's talking about the depth of the Talking Tex team without Ozzy and them not having very many big guys, but let's face it, Victor Pablo, Anthony Del Campo, and Mark Delan have all stepped up, all producing big numbers here in this conference.
There was a shot block there by Yancy Del Campo. He averages 1 shot block per game. 6 to shoot para sa Red Bull. Hindi pa sila nakakabutos. That's another block, this time by Telan. And here's the Mighty Mouse, Jimmy Alapag against Denver Lopez. And Alapag a bit out of control there. And Oji Ramos spots the foul against the Red Bull defense.
Well, you're correct. Alapag could have easily been called for traveling there, but he's going to get 2 shots out of it. So his aggressiveness will pay off.
Si Denver Lopez ang tinawagan ng foul, kanyang unang personal foul. At yan po ang pangalawa laban sa Red Bull Barako. And this will send Jimmy Alapag to the strike. It's been almost a year since that day na natamaan itong si Jimmy Alapag ng yung tinatawag na clothesline. Tinamaan siya ni Jim Torion who has to check in this game. It's one of the many subplots of tonight's ball game. And dumugo yung ilong ni Alapag sa laro na yon. And later on, needed surgery. Pero naglaban na sila ni Jim Torion this season, and looks like they put the task behind them.
They really don't have a choice. Otherwise, the commissioner will be calling them into the office. Red Bull off to a very slow start here. They have not scored yet.
Tugade, he was clipped on the arm. We never had a chance to go over the starting lineups para sa Red Bull. Nakapula po sila. Then po si Lordy Tugade, who is about to take free throws, along with Denver Lopez, who's starting for the 2nd straight game. Ang ating slam dunk king, Cyrus Baguio. The Raging Bull, Rico Villanueva, and 6'6" journeyman, Oliver Agapito.
Rico has taken over the name of the Bull from Nelson Asaitono.
As you would say, it was Batang.
That's correct. Tita Gotti's been having a great conference so far, averaging over 16 points a game.
He was named the best player of the game against Turbo Chargers. And, I mean, really, it's Villanueva and Tugade. So consistent and so powerful here for Red Bull in this conference. Here's Del Campo. There's the drop step. Another drop step. There's a block by Villanueva. Mark Delan working hard inside.
Here's another player who has really produced so far in this conference, Mark Delan. Actually playing the power forward position. See Yancey, good pivoting there to get that shot off, good up and under move. And this is just raw strength there that Mark Delan uses. And that's actually been how you can say Mark Delan's game has matured. He used to be more of a perimeter player. And now he's developed more into a post-up player and a dominant inside player for the Talking Tech team.
You could say he has gone back to his roots as
That's
a
right.
big man.
Yes.
You know, he played center for the De La Salle Green Archers. In fact, he won the UAAP MVP as a center in 1996 and 1997. 10-2 ang ating score. 8 points ang lamang ng Talking Tech Phonepals. Lopez. And out to Villanueva. Another block there registered by the Talking Tech defense.
So Enrico not jumping upwardly, jumping forward, and he's getting his shot blocked. Well, Marcelon stands about 6'6". Gancy must be close to 6'8". Those are two pretty tall guys underneath the basket for Talking Tech.
5 to shoot here. Kailangan na magmadali ng Red Bull. 2 to shoot. Bola na kay Baguio. Pull up is no good. Pablo with the rebound. Quickly to Alapag. Alapag. Oh, and bobbled with the ball. Could have been called for traveling there, and he tries to save the ball, and it ends up with Denver Lopez. Over to Villanueva. Villanueva over to Tugade. Tugade gets. Oh! I thought he would get the layup, and the ball is batted out. And what a wild sequence there para sa dalawang kupunan.
Very wild. Uncharacteristically, Tugade missed that layup. You're right. Alapag should have been called for traveling on that last play.
And the Phonepals call a 30-second timeout with 9:03 to go in the opening quarter. Sila po ang namamayani dito sa mga unang bahagi ng ating ball game, 10-2. And here's that sequence. Very out of character. Alapag bobbled the basketball. Miller could not control it. And then Telan tries to save it. And then Lopez dives for the ball. And then he flips it over to Villanueva. Villanueva passes to Tugade. This should have been an easy 2. Pero kapos yung layup ni Tugade. And then the ball is batted out by Villanueva. Last touch on Red Bull. Lots of action.
Well done, Nico.
No point.
Well done.
So how does it feel to be a year younger?
I feel good. I feel good. I'm not that old yet.
I will really try to stop myself from revealing your age.
Yes, please do, Miko.
I'm really stopping myself. In the meantime, yung ating game story, ito po yan, ano? Inside, outside, I mean, yung babantayan natin yung mangyayari sa loob. Andyan yung matchup, Pablo versus Villanueva. And then babantayan din natin yung nangyayari sa labas. Specifically, Jimmy Alapag against Jimuel Torion.
Well, you can see some stats there on your screen right now. And Torion averaging 11 points per game, Alapag 14. So that's a pretty good matchup there. Actually, Pablo's being guarded by Tugade right now at the small forward position, but you can see Pablo and Enrico both averaging over 16 points so far in the PBA. Quick shot by Willie Miller.
There's a push there by, should be against De Ocampo. Yan ang kanyang unang personal foul. Yan po ang pangatlo laban sa Talking Tech Phonepals. Ang Red Bull po meron ng 4 na team foul. Itong Red Bull galing po sa panalo. Tinalo po ang Shell 94-90. Samantalang ang Talking Tech naman galing din sa panalo. Tinalo ang FedEx 103-93.
Field goal so far. Red Bull without a single field goal in this game. That's the first one for them. Talking Tech 4 out of 5.
Telan trying to hand off to De Ocampo. Red Bull down by 6. Here's Cyrus Baguio. Babalik kay Lopez. And back to Baguio.
Yeah.
There must be a reason why Lopez is starting for the second straight game. Alam naman natin malupit magbalasa ng starting lineup itong si Coach Yeng Giao. In the meantime, here's Pablo. Kick out Miller. Miller fires from the right side. Can't get the bounce. Tip in. Wala pa rin. And that has been one thing that is keeping Talking Tech at the top of the standings despite the absence of Angelo Lava.
That's right. They are a good rebounding team, but that time Agapito got caught trying to challenge an outside shot, leaving Enrico underneath to battle for the rebound. There's Enrico. Good move.
So Enrico connecting on his last 2 field goals. And he slices down the Phonepals lead to just 3, 12-9. Bola na kay Miller. Up against Baguio. Bola na kay Alapag. Alapag for 3. Offline. Sabi ni Baguio, tama na yan. He got the rebound. Baguio nagmamadali. Got the pass. Side step all the way. No! Red Bull has had those easy layups, pero he refused to drop. And here's Villanueva. Tapos yung kanyang hook shot. He gets his own miss. Good hustle there by the big man. Yung shot clock by Red Bull, but Tugade doesn't care. And he goes strong to the hoop, but may foul.
Well, you have to give this Red Bull team credit. They may be a little bit smaller than Talking Tex, but they're continuing to attack the basket.
Well, this is a game between two very good rebounding teams. You have Red Bull, the #1 rebounding team. They're also good at getting offensive rebounds. They get an average of 18 offensive rebounds per ball game.
And people will say that, of course, they had Harp and Hennessy, but no, they've done a lot of that without Harp and Hennessy.
A lot of people thought the minute Harp and Hennessy left, that they wouldn't be able to hold on to that #1 spot in the rebounding department, but they have.
They have. It's been quite a while now since the two guys have played for Red Bull, so I think that's just the way it's going to be here in this conference, despite the fact they're a lot smaller team now. The guards rebound a lot to go along with Enrico, who puts up a lot of rebounds for the team.
There's a foul. Happened kay Pablo. When they were scrambling for the missed free throw. Third personal against Big Pablo. Napakaaga pa.
And if there is a question mark with this Talking Tex team, it is their depth up front. After Yancey, then you have Marcelon and Big Pablo. They're a little bit thin as far as their big men are concerned. Remember, Harvey Carey is still out with an injury. He probably would have helped them a lot. For some reason, Villa left at the beginning of this year.
Yes.
Not sure why.
Miller, the Patrick Fran, kakapasok lang sa ating ball game, and he gets the layup. Fran came in for Jimmy Alapag. Mark Talan is also sitting down, and the veteran who's small forward and big guard, Bong Ravena, is in the game for Talking Tex. 4 points ang abante ng Phonepals to Gade 4-3. And Del Campos snares the rebound here for Talking Tex. Yancey with 3 rebounds tonight. Over 6 minutes to go in the opening period. Agapito against Pablo. Pablo using his speed, but he gets hammered down low, and here's Lopez. Over to Villanueva. Trying to muscle his way through. But the Talking Tex big men holding their ground. Ravena on the right side. Less than 10 seconds to shoot. Bola na kay Miller. Miller umihit. Sneaks inside. Wala.
There's a lot of dribbling going on by both teams and a lot of forced shots being taken. Shot selection has not been the greatest so far in this game. There'll be a hand-checking foul on Bong Ravena.
So pumasok na po sa penalty ang Talking Tex Phonepals with 5.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Timeout po ang Talking Tex. Tugade and the rest of the Red Bull Barako, they're down by 4 points. In the meantime, Lordy Tugade was on the strike and he made 2 free throws to make it a 2-point game in favor of Talking Tex under 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Del Campo against Villanueva. Wala. Villanueva with another rebound. Tatakbo dito ang Red Bull. Oh, Baguio lost that ball.
A bad decision there by Baguio trying to force the action with the 1-on-3.
Si Alan Salangsang kakapasok lang sa ating ball game. Pinalitan si Vic Pablo, who is now nursing 3 fouls. Milano is also in the game. At pinalitan niya si Willie Miller.
The PBA players, they really have to move their feet now defensively. They cannot use their hands. The referees will call it immediately.
Pumasok yung tipin. Yan si Del Campo. Tanging siya na lamang ang natitira mula sa starting lineup ni Joel Banal.
Well, Yancey Del Campo looked all of his 6'8", 6'9" frame in this game, and getting off just about any shot he wants inside the paint.
10 to shoot para sa Red Bull. They're down by 4 points. Villanueva, long try. 6 points, 4 rebounds here in the opening quarter for Rico Villanueva. Pero lamang pa rin ang Phonepals, 16-14. De Ocampo, bounce pass sa langsang, blocked by Villanueva. Bola na sa pocket text pa rin. Belano says, let me do this. Turning around, and he scores.
Small guys are getting into the action as far as getting into the paint, penetrating, getting to the hoop.
Defensive rebound there by Tugade. Blocked from behind. And here's Fran over to Belano. Belano on the move. Steps on the break. Outside to Fran. Fran on the right side. Phonepals up by 4 points here. And once again they go to Yankee De Ocampo. And you are right. In this game, he is imposing. He is towering over the smaller front line of Red Bull. Red Bull down by 6. After 10 seconds to shoot. Bola na kay Baguio. As we near the 3-minute mark of the opening quarter. It's one thing that hasn't changed sa laro ng Red Bull. You're nifty passing in the shade of things.
Yes, you call it interior passing, and they've always been very good at that. And it's a beauty to watch whenever you can execute that. Be so close to your teammate but still be able to get off a soft pass for a shot. Remember the old Alaska teams used to be great at that.
Tugade is on the line. In the meantime, marami nagtatanong, paano ba nanalo ang Tokyo 6? Wala yung Asi Taulaban. Yet they're atop the team standings with 7 wins and 1 loss. Baka may kasagutan dyan si Peter Martin. Peter?
Thank you, Nico. Ang nakausap ko nga si Coach Ariel Vanguardia, and he quoted me, and I quote him. He said that, why have they been so successful without Asi Taulava? One reason is because no one has figured them out yet. Yun yung unang rason niya. Yung pangalawa, they don't only play hard, they also pray hard. And the third one is that Vic Pablo is playing very well. He's getting better with age, just like our birthday boy, Norman Black. Thanks again for the sushi. Back to you guys.
Wala nga naman.
Peter just had to say that. Yes. So, he finished the California Maki. Left nothing for anyone.
I wouldn't go as far as to say the other teams haven't figured them out, but they do a lot of things well. I mean, they shoot the ball pretty well. They don't turn the basketball over. Talking Tech team, they're executing quite well offensively and defensively. They have confidence, in other words. They're playing with a lot of confidence.
It's easier to be confident when you're carrying a 7-win and 1-loss record. Jim Antorion has checked in the game. He even made his first field goal attempt. Pero lamang pa rin dito ang Phonepals, 23-17. Timeout po ang Red Bull Barako, 2:18 to go in quarter number 1. And the ball stays with the Red Bull. They're down by 6 points. Tugade misses from the corner.
Tugade's been having a tough time shooting the basketball, particularly close to the basket. As Yancy De Ocampo has gotten a rest, and Don Camaso's in the game for Talking Tech.
Here's Torion, laban kay Belano. Torion, pasa kay Villanueva. Yes.
Tell me how Jimbo was able to see Enrico among all the trees that were there in the lane area.
Probably the fastest Tora he can find. Here's Camaso, long try, no go. Melan does not control the basketball, and he'll be called for last touch. Sa unang pagkakataon, papasok po si Junti the Hitman Valenzuela, and he'll be replacing Lordy Tugade with 1:17 to go. This is the first quarter.
So we should inform the PBA fans that Verhelm in essence is still hurt, will not play in this game as Torion goes all the way to the basket. Whether it be good or whether it be bad, something's going to happen whenever Torion comes on the floor.
One thing you can't call, the call for yun is resilience. When we talk about resiliency, in 2000, he was involved in that horrible car accident. Talagang naapektuhan yung mukha niya doon. Survived from that. And then before the start of the 2003 season, he was involved in a fight with Baldovin in a tune-up game. And then in that same season, he failed the drug test. And then he came back. And then in that same season, he hit Alapag with a clothesline just about a year ago. And then he came back from that. He was reinstated 5 months earlier than expected. And then in the finals of the Fiesta Conference, he hit Tory Bragg on the nape. And now he's back from that. As Belano hits the layup.
Ang kaibigan ni Commissioner Noli Ayala. Si Jibwell Toria.
They see each other often.
He knows the office quite well.
Oh, yeah. Robinson inside. Rodriguez. Nice looking hook shot pero sumobra. Ravena with the rebound. 4-point lead for the Phonepals habang nauubos na ang oras dito sa opening quarter. Galan, cross court, Ravena. He'll take this and he'll make it.
We know Bong Ravena can make that shot, but that was a quick release there in the corner.
You know, that is Bong Ravena's second three-pointer out of 20 attempts in this conference. Only his second three-pointer.
That's not a very good percentage. Baba talaga.
In the meantime, Don Camaso was called for the foul. At si Jovi Cese ay tutungo sa free throw line.
Well, Joey Cese was able to get back into the PBA with the absence of Devon Harp and Tennessee. And this is the first foul shot.
One more free throw for Jovito Cese. And Fran gets the basketball for the Phonepals. Here's Fran, fake. Fran goes inside, blocked. Ball ends up with Rodriguez. Tatakbo ang Red Bull. 1 second to go. Robinson was able to launch a desperation heave. Pero magtatapos ang first period with the Phonepals ahead. 28-21. Red Bull hinaharap ang kanilang ika-4 na panalo. Talk and text looking for win number 8. Second quarter action.